Hi everyone, I'm Dom from Cubicle 7 and I'm here to tell you about one of the things I really love about Broken Weave, and that's its havens. So what I love is that it really puts survival and building a community at the heart of the game. So there's just something really satisfying about taking your band of desperate survivors who've endured the worst that could be thrown at them, who've been through such danger and tragedy and loss, and move them from beyond just survival to actually start building a new future for them and everybody else who's blessed or cursed to be left alive in the broken world. So the game starts a little bit after the catastrophe's taken place, and your characters, as I say, are some of the few people left alive, and they've gathered together with others for protection, and that's the community that we call a haven. And the initial challenges are all immediately existential. So there's horrible creatures that have been changed by the breaking. You're defending from those. There's all sorts of terrible effects that are sort of ripping through the world still from the hangover of magic decaying and going wrong, I think is the euphemistic way to put it. So things like time and space have been damaged, and they have stopped really working in the way that they should. So some places time is going very quickly, some slowly, and locations and landmarks and things, they're not staying in the same place relative to each other. So every time you go out into the broken world, it can be different. So it's really a very disorienting place. As you build your community in your haven, one of the things that happens, and this is in the game using the hope mechanics, is you solidify things. So the more times you go somewhere, especially if you build some way markers and some sort of anchors that can live on in people's minds after they're not at that physical location anymore, it helps to bring reality back together and re-solidify the world. So you're really building a better new future in a really literal sense as well as the metaphorical. And even once you've dealt with some of those threats, the creatures or the phenomena that can be posing a danger to your haven, you also need the more mundane things. You need to feed people, you need to clothe them, you need to house them. So looking for supplies and resources is another really important part, especially early on in your haven's history. Then if you manage to get through all of that, you're going to grow that haven as well. And build, whether that's through buildings or attracting, finding new survivors to come and live with you, and which can cause its own sort of issues as well. The challenges kind of change a little bit as the haven grows. And I think for me, it's a fantastic feature because your characters are doing all this stuff, you're building all this stuff, and the fate of this settlement is, this haven is all down to you. You really care about what happens to it and around it, and it just gets everybody really invested in the story that you're telling together, and it's really powerful. So that's definitely one of my favourite things for Broken Weave. So I invite you to dig in and discover it for yourself and find out what you love.